If y'all know someone that needs the information, make sure you let them know. Go to bit.ly/King Ashley Ann, bit.ly/King Ashley Ann, bit.ly/King Ashley Ann. You can do anything. Said, hey, God, hey, because that's who gave me the gifts of business, beautification, and hospitality. He has allowed me to help over 8,000 people make money with their social media accounts. Over 500 of my clients have created six-figure incomes. 139 of my clients have hit the seven-figure mark in under a year. I'm very, very proud of that. I started with $125 on a laptop. My very first company, Events by Ashley Ann, Events by Ashley Ann, Events by Ashley Ann. That is how, and God let me throw that thing up and blow it up into a multi-million-dollar company. That's also how I learned that I was really gifted at social media strategy, conversion, product creation, funnels, ads, all of those good things, okay? I am a public speaker as well, so I speak and teach and train at a lot of conventions, conferences, colleges, universities, all of that. Okay, blink, blink, blink. If you're in this broadcast and if I've helped you make money, drop the money bags, the dollar signs, the credit card emojis, the euro, the yen, the dinero. Let the people know we ain't new to this, we true to this, okay? If you'd have made some money with me, go and let them know we get commas in the kingdom, okay? I ain't the only one. And while you guys are doing that, other business ventures I'm involved in, I do work with Tava Lifestyles. Very excited about that. If you're ever looking for a side hustle or extra income, honey, come on over and join the Glow Gang. We would love to have you. We have a training tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. Outside of speaking, I have a co-working space. I dibble dabble in real estate. I'm a #1 best-selling author. Shout out to Kim Coles for allowing me to be a part of the Open Your Gifts project. And I have drop shipping stores as well. So, I just be out here getting to the bag, honey, doing what I do. And of course, I have all kinds of digital products and courses, and I'm a consultant. And we have a portion of our company too. We also manage people's social media accounts, run their ads, grow their followings, help with conversions, put together funnels for them, landing pages, all that good stuff that they need. Yes, thank you for everybody dropping the money bag. So that is what I do, okay? That's what I do in these streets. Your girl be out here getting it, okay? Now, all the kingdom members, you know what I want to see. Ready, 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 ready. Let me see it roll through those comments, okay? Let it roll through those comments, okay? Let it roll, 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 roll. And so we know what's up. And if you know someone that needs this information, go ahead and share. Go ahead and invite all of that good stuff. Do it right now, okay? Do it for the people. Now, last week on Friday, I started this training. It was 7 mistakes that are keeping you from monetizing your social media. 7 of the most common mistakes, and these are normally simple mistakes. So we went through the first 3, and I wanted to go over the first 4 with you guys today. I felt like it was important for us to go ahead and close this up because, like I said, next week we're going to start focusing on the $1 million sales strategy, and I'm going to break down to you guys what's inside of my system. So Friday we covered probably focusing on popularity instead of prosperity, and we broke that down into targeting, okay? Thank you so much. Then we focused over trash content, and I talked about where you guys can go and get quality content from and why content matters so much, and also how to learn when you should be posting your content. The third thing we went through was lack of consistency, right? And that kills a lot of you guys. And being consistent with your subject matter, being consistent with the amount that you're posting, being consistent with your voice, being consistent with your fonts. A lot of times people talk about consistency and people just think that it means frequency of posting, and consistency and frequency are not the same thing. So we want to make sure, we touched on that. So that gets us to the big 4, okay? So number 4, this is a big one, and there is not a way around it. Especially if you don't want to be overworking yourself or exhausting yourself, okay? Number 4 is serious. People either do not have a funnel or they overcomplicate the funnel. It is one or the two. I see it like 50-50. I see people getting a funnel and then they just make the funnel so ridiculously complex, like it's unbelievable. And I'm like, you're not having any conversion because it's just too many steps going on in here inside of your funnel, or they have no funnel at all. For those of you that don't know what a funnel is a marketing term that basically is the process of how someone learns that you exist or that your company or products exist, all the way into the steps that they take to become a customer. So I typically teach you guys in the kingdom, and shout out everybody that's coming to Instacoin because you're going to learn this. Like the first simplified funnel is like a 5-part funnel, and it focuses on awareness. So that's whatever social media platform you're using so people can find you. Then we break down from awareness into catching people's attention or their interest. You're going to do that through content. Then normally there's an invitation to connect, right? So that's offering up a lead magnet. So now you can connect with somebody outside of social media. Immediately after they get whatever that is for free, we roll right in with a low-cost offer, which is a tripwire, and this establishes that you have products and services for sale, right? And then as those emails are working, this is where we're starting the process of doing more of our core offers, continued offers, and also learning more about our audience, nurturing, getting feedback, all of those sorts of types of things. And this is also how you get referrals and return customers. So that's like a quick and dirty. Of course, I have other courses and trainings to get way, way more detail about your funnel, but that pretty much is the magic sauce. Like, you don't try and overcomplicate things. Hey sis, what's going on, Nikita B? You don't try and just overcomplicate things. And a lot of y'all, I don't know where y'all are coming up with these crazy funnels from. I know it's somebody out here probably giving some ridiculous webinar that has all of this extra stuff happening, but I'm telling you, you don't need you don't need all of that. If people get into your funnel or they get into your pipeline and it becomes too long, or if it's too complicated and they're really confused about what steps to take next, they're not going to take any steps. And as a matter of fact, you're going to find that they're going to remove themselves from you instead of coming in and working with you. And that's not what we really want to happen. So the biggest mistake I see is either no funnel, like people do not have a system, and y'all, automation is good. Like, we shouldn't overly automate everything because, and we'll talk about that in number 5, but there are some things, like as far as people getting their lead magnet, as far as people getting some of their tripwires or initial products, as far as like the follow-up process to see how a consumer or customer is doing, those things actually should be automated. You're only one person, and that's going to take a big weight off of your plate. And there's this thing that's called SOPs. I haven't trained on standards of procedures in a long time. When we get done with sales training, I may need to incorporate the standard of procedures into the sales training. So your standard of procedures are like a basic guideline that you formulate for yourself to make sure that your clients and your customers have a similar experience. So this ensures basically that you're going to have good customer service all the way across the board, okay? So, and if you get your standard of procedures down, you will get so cold at this. Like, y'all, I can tell you how long it takes for somebody to learn that I exist, until someone actually opts into one of my funnels, until someone actually becomes a paying customer, and how long it takes somebody to move from a low tier product into one of my big boy products. Like, I can tell you on the event design and production side, I can tell you how long it takes from the time we get a query from a potential client, whether it's a bridal or birthday or anniversary or a corporate client, to how long it takes for us to have that consult, how long until they get their intentions of services done and that money paid, to how long we got a deposit and those first payments are coming in. Like, I can tell you, I got it broken down because we have the same standard of procedure all the time, right? So like, if you pop into my DM, and we'll start going through this stuff next week when I get into this $1 million, setup that I'm gonna roll through. But like, when somebody comes into my inbox, there's a certain message that I send. I have a whole little level or line of questioning that I'm going through. If you give me a response or come into a live stream, there's a certain line of questioning and commentary that you're going to go through. If you order a product from us and for some reason you say, hey, I ordered this product and I didn't get it or I don't have access to it, what's the first thing I'm going to do? I'm going to say, email supportca@ashleyandevents.com, and also check your junk and promo folders to make sure it didn't go there. Like, literally 90% of people email us back and they're like, oh, it is in my promo folder. My bad, right? The other ones that email customer support, we start all of the initial troubleshooting things. Can you verify your email address for us? What is your receipt number? Could you have purchased it under any other name? Because and I know it sounds silly, but people do that. Like a lot of people, their PayPal email address is a totally different email address than the one that they use on a day-to-day basis. And we don't know that, so they just give us the PayPal email address, and guess where we sent your product? We sent it to the email address you provided to us, which was your PayPal email address. Or people will get in, they'll mistype, they'll miskey, or we'll go in and people are like, it's not in my junk, it's not in my promo, and we can look in our back end in our system, we're like, it actually was, and it was delivered on this day and this time. And then we have people that don't even know that you can get into your email inbox and actually type and search the email inbox. So we had to create a video to say like, hey, like, make sure, when you're searching the inbox, you're doing these things. And then they get in there and magically they find like a crap load of stuff from us. And they're like, oh my God, I've been missing so much, right? So like you have to come up with what your standard of procedures are for your customers and for your company. But all of this helps you at the end of the day, like, ensure that your customers are happy. It helps you get return and repeat customers, right? And it's also going to help you like save a lot of time and not be stressed out because you have an order. Like it's almost like a little checklist that you're going through every time that you're dealing with somebody. So for sure, that's like mad important, okay? So anyway, back to the funnel. So, and that's like in the back end portion of your funnel, but you have to have your funnel set up in order to meet people, like convert people, build a relationship with people, and then also through your funnel, you learn what products are products that someone actually will want. So then you learn how to source and create the proper products. Now, some of y'all's funnels are just like ridiculously complicated. It's like I meet you on, social media. I put you inside of this group. Then once you get inside of the group, I ask you to join my app. Now you're in the app and I'm going to hit you with an offer to upgrade to go from the free app to the premium version. On the back end in the email, I'm offering you to come into another class. Like it's all over the place. It's not related. And it's like, oh my God, why is this so complex? After, 12 days, I'm going to send them a request to come to like a free live. Then once they get inside of the free live, I'm going to give them 4 different options of things that they can buy that day. It's too much. Okay. It's too much. Look at your funnel process, see how you can break it down, see how you can simplify it, and then start working from there. And you're gonna soon see that you're gonna get like a much better result than just being out here in these streets or coming up with all of these crazy concoctions, because they're not gonna work, and you're gonna be extremely frustrated. Okay. Number 6. Ooh, child, this is a big one. Number 6 is huge. I don't know why y'all refuse to run ads in these streets. I don't know. Like I be trying to tell y'all, but yet and still y'all don't want to run ads. You are in business. You should be running an ad every day, 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 every day. You get the point. Every day, 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 every day. You should be running an ad every day. You should have a minimum goal to try and meet at least 1,000 new people every day in these social media streets. Every single day. People need to know that you exist. And more specifically, when you run an ad, you're not even trying to get people to buy something from you. You are running something that is called an awareness ad. Okay? Awareness ads are literally what that means. We just want people to be aware that we exist. The best way to run an effective awareness ad is through content-based ads, okay? So when you're doing a content-based ads, and y'all see me do them all the time. So like, for instance, today I'm going to put up a video tip. I've been going back and forth on what my video tip is going to be. Like maybe if it's startup, maybe if I'm going to focus on funnel, maybe if I'm going to focus on getting yourself positioned, you know what I'm saying, to get set up for monetization. I'm not sure which tip I want to roll with, but you'll see me do a video tip. I'll do it today. It'll definitely be recorded today. I may not post it until tomorrow, but it'll be recorded today. And so what happens is when I put that tip up, I'm able to look at my page and see how people respond to it. If people respond well, guess what? I turn that into an ad, and it goes to other pages. And when it goes to other pages, it's like, hey, have you heard it at King Ashley Ann? She gives solid business advice and tips. She's breaking down, like, here's a quick crash course on monetization, or here's a quick crash course on funnels, or here's a quick crash course on social media conversion, or something like that, or how you make social media sales, or something like that's what it'll be. If you found this helpful, follow at King Ashley Ann. That's my whole goal. Literally, just to get people to know that I exist, the company exists, the products exist. I'm not even trying to sell you anything whenever you first meet me. And some of y'all make the mistake of trying to sell people things. Don't try and sell stuff to people. Just like give them some helpful information. Answer a question, explain a concept, give your opinion, break down for them different ways that they can get things done, right? And anything that's going to be helpful, make them laugh. Give them a warm and fuzzy, give them some type of information that's about maybe a complex issue and you simplify it for them. It doesn't have to be like crazy deep. You can even do a quote or a thought or an opinion, you know what I'm saying, and break it down for people. It works. People find that type of information really helpful and really useful. So you need to think about maybe 2 or 3 different types of content that you could provide to your target audience, or that someone in your target audience would actually gravitate towards. And so then you want to look for at least a minimum of 10 accounts per week that you can put that information out on. I will say this, even though I love Facebook ads and I love Google ads, I definitely think influencer ads are a great way to get started, because influencer ads are a lot easier to get the hang of. They are a lot easier, you know what I'm saying, to kind of like navigate the waters and figure out what's going to work for you and what's going to resonate with your target audience. And it's literally the same thing that you put inside of an influencer ad can be the same content that you can put on your page. So if it's something that's on your page and it works well, you literally can turn around and take that content and share it out on someone else's page, and you can use that for a big win. Now, the reason we have to run these awareness ads is because at the end of the day, there are 3 ways businesses grow. Businesses grow from new customers and new clients. Businesses grow from return clients and repeat customers, and businesses grow from increased transaction amounts. And you have to be doing a combination of all 3. But in order to get a return customer, they have to be an initial customer first. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't have a return customer without having a first-time customer. So you have to be doing like a combination of all of those, and this is why the awareness ads are so important to get done. So thank you for taking notes, curves, and cupcakes. Thank you very much. But y'all picking, hey, Woman CEO Mindset, you said influencer ads actually work. Yes, and Woman CEO Mindset is actually a good page for y'all to run influencer ads on. I need to actually schedule some ads myself with Woman CEO Mindset. But yeah, so like literally doing that. Now on Facebook and Google, you definitely can take your post and you can boost your post. I will say this though, if you're going to boost your post, you need to put some thought into the target audience that you're boosting it to that cold audience. So I normally will do it based on like publications, and I will maybe like narrow that with 1 or 2 different behaviors. And so that's how I know where I need to send that information or what page I need to be on, for sure. But y'all have got to get in the habit of running ads, and you really should be trying to every day. And then those same ads or those same pieces of content that work really well, like get your hashtag game up, homie. Like the hashtags are real and they help you bring more. They definitely help you bring more clients and more customers and help you get to, a positive result. For sure, for sure. And if you're going to boost your posts, you don't have to spend a lot to boost your posts. You can literally spend like $10 or $15 a week. If you did $5 a day, Monday through Friday, that would be $25 a week, boosting your posts. So that way, you can attract followers to your page. Now, this is the thing. If you're going to use Facebook to boost those posts, to get followers to your page, you have to make sure that you are following it up with a retargeting ad. So, and those of you that are coming into Instacoin, this is one of the strategies that I teach. So basically, you boost the post, you get the follower, then you have to turn around and retarget and say, anybody that just followed my page within like the last 30 days or 10 days, now you're going to offer them one of your lead magnets. If you have a tier 1 funnel set up the way that I taught you, not only are you going to build your list, you're going to make sales too, right? How's it? Is it? No, it's not an app. When you go into Facebook Ads Manager, you'll see where you can either log into your business page and you can take one of your pieces of content during the business from the business page or the public figure page and you can boost it. But it's better to do it through Ads Manager because you can go to the ad and then you can actually detail like what audience you want that post to go to so people can see it. So yeah, you said hashtags are key to increasing your reach and profile business. They are, honey. They are for sure, for sure. Now number seven. I'm trying to make sure. Yes, okay. I want to make sure we had time for Q&A. Before I get into number 7, are you guys finding this information helpful? If you're finding this information helpful, let me know. Drop an emoji in the comment section if y'all are finding this helpful. The reason I wanted to point out these common mistakes is because honestly, I see people doing them like all the time. So if I can get y'all to stop it before you start, I think you'll be in a better position. Thank you. Yes. Okay. For all of you guys that are giving me the emojis and saying that this is helpful, I do want to tell you this. I forgot to tell y'all at the top of the broadcast. So if you click the link in my bio and you tap the very first button, okay, I am doing a name your price sale today. So I have this training. People get crazy results from it. It is focused all on social media monetization. It's called the Social Media Biz Builder Bundle, and it's an outline to how you make 6 figures with your social media pages and how you can do it within a year, okay? And it is normally $227. But if you click the link in my bio and tap the very first button, you can do name your price on it, okay? That is going down today. For any of you guys who are focused on your social media sales, if you're finding what we're doing today helpful, you're going to love that series. Like, I get down in that series. I go through a lot. Inside of this series, I take you through like actually creating your business model because a lot of y'all need a little tweaking with that. We go through profitable page and selection, profitable product selection and creation, how to price your products and services, 8 rules to selling, how you generate free leads with Facebook, how you generate free leads with Instagram, how you generate free leads with your live stream, how you gain and retain new clients, to how you actually set up your opt-in page as far as your landing pages, how to gain new followers, how to convert your new followers into buyers, and then there's an actual strategy that's called the Let's Make Some Money strategy, and that's inside of that bundle too. So it's a whole 15-part video series, and it will get you where it's going. You said, so what's the difference between that one and Instacoin? Child, a world of difference. Instacoin is a whole. This is just focused on the selling part of social media. Instacoin is your infrastructure, your branding, your selling, your automation, your Facebook ads, your influencer ads, how to become a sponsor, tips and tricks on your hashtags, how to help you create your series, the actual tools that I use on social media, like tutorials on those, how to create your content, how to sell through your stories, how to actually build your brand. I ain't got time for these foolish questions like that. That's a like I just clear. Some of y'all need to work on listening before reacting. So anyway, let me get to number 7. Okay, let me get to number 7. So anyway, number 7 mistake that you are making that is keeping you from monetizing. Okay, not making daily offers and no call to actions. Now these are technically two different things, but I put them together. Okay, I put those together. Okay, so not making daily offers is killing y'all, and more specifically, there's a poor correlation between your content and your offers. Okay, you cannot talk about bananas, 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 and then be like, do you want to buy a pair of shoes? People don't want to buy shoes. They're expecting you to sell them bananas or some banana accessory or some banana related product because you've been talking about bananas. You know what I'm saying? You've been talking about bananas for like a year. And then you're like, you want to buy some shoes for me? You want to buy a t-shirt? Unless the t-shirt has bananas on it, it's not gonna make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So like there's a when you make your we talk about this inside of Instacorn. I'm trying not to get people like too confused. But when you make your daily offers, first of all, every single day you need to make an offer. You need to be making an offer on your timeline. You need to make an offer in your stories. Every time you send an email, like I send y'all email with like really good content in the email, but you better believe at the end of the email, I'm like, hey, if you found this helpful, check out this program, check out this course. Are you going to get benefit from the emails that I'm sending to you? Are you going to get benefits from the live streams that I'm doing for y'all without you purchasing? Yes, but god dang it, you better believe I'm going to offer you something. I just made y'all an offer. I was like, hey, if you found this helpful, you want to get the social media biz builder bundle because it's focused on selling through social media, right? Like it has to correlate. If I was on here talking about common mistakes that's keeping you from social media, and then I was like, oh, by the way, do you want to purchase this head wrap I'm wearing? Click the link in my bio and get the head wrap. What? That doesn't make any sense. And then I would sit there and y'all be like, oh my god, I'm not making any head wrap sales. I don't understand why. Because you should have got on here and broadcasted to me about the prints or different ways to tie up my head wrap, or the benefit of the head wraps, you know what I'm saying? Or the versatility of the head wraps. They're like, this is a head wrap, but you also can wear it as a dress. You can wear it as a shirt. Whatever, like you know what I'm saying? Like y'all be doing stuff that don't make sense. Like you have to make sure that things are correlating. So whatever, like outside of your daily offer, you got to make sure that content you put on your timeline, if I break down and I say here are 3 different ways that you can monetize your social media page, and then I say click the link in the bio to get the social media biz builder bundle that correlates. But if I put up content on my page and I'm like, here are 5 benefits to drinking water, and then I'm like, don't forget to get the social media biz builder bundle. What? Huh? No, I should be selling you something about water, right? Or skincare, or a class on, or having you join a water challenge with me or something. It doesn't make sense. And I see people doing this all the time, like just random stuff, and then they're like, well, nobody's buying my products, but my content is really good. It got a lot of likes. Well, people probably did like the information about drinking water, but what does drinking water have to do with my social media monetization? It doesn't have anything to do with it outside of me making an example about it right now. You see what I'm saying? So, like, you got to make your daily offers. Like I said, make them in your stories, make them in your timelines, make them in your lives, make them in your emails. Every god dang day, you should be making an offer, okay? When people get your free stuff, guess what? I teach y'all how to do tier 1 funnels, it's an offer on the back end of that tier 1 funnel. Every single day, you should be making an offer, okay? And your offers need to correlate with whatever that content is. If you can't figure out how to make the content correlate with the offer, then that means you need a new offer or you need some new content, one or the other, okay? Now, when we get to this call to action, every single post that you make doesn't have to be an offer to buy something, but you should always have a call to action for, like, you got to get bossy in these streets because you need your audience to be used to engaging with you. So for instance, part of the reason people always ask me like, how do I have so many comments during my live streams? Because we're a chatty bunch of people here in the kingdom, right? Y'all know why there's so many comments? Because I've encouraged y'all to give me comments. I encourage y'all to talk to me during the whole broadcast. Give me a 1, type number 2, give me an emoji, right? Have you ever did this? Have you ever felt that way? When we come into the broadcast, before I even get into content, I spend the first 10 minutes of the broadcast, hey, how are you? If you're new, tell me your name, where you're from. Other kingdom members, help me welcome them. If you're a returning kingdom member, thank you for coming back, right? Like it's like literally, right? So if I say hey and y'all don't say hey back to me, I will sit here and look at you like you crazy. Y'all have seen me do it before. I just be looking. I be like, oh, you ain't gonna speak. Well, I can't speak until you speak back to me, right? Like you have to create like that culture through your call to actions. So even when you're inside of the live streams and I'm saying like, give me a number 2, type in housekeeping. I'm telling you do these things. Guess what? Those are call to actions. I'm getting you to engage with me. So your call to actions aren't always about getting people to buy things. Most of it is engagement. So if I make a post and I'm like, click the link in the bio, check out my latest blog post, or swipe up, and check out my latest YouTube post. Text coins to 313131 if you enjoyed my live training and you want to make sure you get the other live trainings, right? Those are all call to actions. Click the link in the bio, get your free social media and content planner, right? Click the link in the bio, tap the first button, take advantage of the name your price for the social media biz builder bundle. Whatever it is, like that's how it works. So it's not always buy, right? And I think a lot of times people think call to actions are only related to sales, and they're not. So like if you say good morning, and if you make a post and you're like, let's say you post up a selfie and you're like, good morning, and then you may say, don't be rude, say it back. That was a call to action. You just told people to say good morning to you. If you tell people to drop their comments below, tag a friend, tag someone who would rock this. You know what I'm saying? Like who can relate, what's your struggle? Drop it below. Like all of those things are call to action. So call to actions are literally getting people to take some type of action, and it doesn't always have to be purchasing a product or a service. And so I think that's really important for people to learn that and understand that. But at least every day you better have a call, at least daily, once a day, you better have a call to action for people to buy something from you if you want to make a sale. Okay. You also can have call to actions where you can tell people to like, hey, DM me your question, or like I told you guys earlier, I was like, if you want to come into Instacoin and you're serious and you're going to join before midnight tonight, DM me the word Instacoin, right? And I will get you the private link so you can sign up. That's a call to action. Like that's how that works. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So I have given you guys the 7 mistakes that are keeping most people from monetizing, and they're really simple, but they are very effective. And if you can change some of your behaviors, you're going to be able to change your outcome in a positive way. Okay, so make sure that we're focused on being prosperous instead of popular. Make sure we're not putting out trash content, because content is cash, content is cash, content is cash, right? And we sell by listening, honey. Making sure that we are not out here having a lack of consistency. Do not confuse consistency with frequency, okay? So we got to make sure the style, the font, the tone, the voice, the subject matters, all of that is pretty consistent, okay? We talked about not having a funnel at all or overly complicated funnel. Number 5, creating a strategy that's not based on engagement, okay? We talked about refusing to run ads. I don't know why y'all be out here in these streets not trying to run ads. I don't know what that's about, but that's your thing. And then number 7, like not making daily offers, or more specifically daily offers that correlate with your content, and not doing your call to actions, okay? And again, this is like your engagement and your hashtag, y'all, is real. Like you need that. You need to use that. So any of you guys that found that helpful, make sure you click the link in the bio, tap the very first button so you can take advantage of the name your price for the social media biz builder bundle, because it is strictly focused on helping you build up. It's a 15-part video series, and it's all about monetizing your social media, okay? We are going to go into Q&A time now. I'm going to answer as many questions as I can in the next few minutes. And don't forget, if you liked this content, You can text the word coins to 313131. Text the word coins to 313131. Text the word coins to 313131. And that will actually help you. That will give you notifications of when I'm doing free trainings, workshops, special deals, promos, all of that. If you're outside the United States, click the link in my bio, scroll down to the Royal Court, and I can email you. Okay, scroll down to free 99 and join the Royal Court, and then I'll email you. How did you tie your headscarf? I just took the top and I twisted it together into a bun, and then I took the back part and flipped it over the bun. That's all. That's how I tie my headscarf. That's funny. That's not the question I was expecting from my youth. Let's see. Random question. You provide so much to others. What motivates you to do all of this? That is a good question. So this is actually my calling or my purpose. Everybody, God gives all of us gifts. God gives all of us talents, and God gives all of us a purpose, right? And so a lot of people call me the minister of money, or they call me money mouth. And so I know my purpose is to be able to liberate as many people as possible through helping them gain financial freedom. Now, I will help anyone, no matter what their race or what their culture is, but I'm specifically tasked at helping other black people or brown people, specifically black and brown Americans. If you look at the economic disparity, especially when you get to like the 80s, in America, black people's flatline and all the other cultures continue to increase. And then once we get around in the 1990s, it starts to decline. If you look at they have predictions that the average black household median income is going to be zero within the next 25 years. So that's a very scary thing, and it's because of the lack of financial literacy, the lack of ownership in our communities. People fuss about the black dollar circulating, but there aren't enough black businesses to be able to circulate the dollar inside of our community, right? There's not enough of us that know about investments, growing wealth, enough of us that are owning homes. When you look at Caucasian families in America, the majority of them are millionaires and own the wealth, right? And there's a very limited amount of us. So, and I know at the end of the day, a lot of the concepts and the things that I teach and the strategies that I teach, if you just wouldn't get access to them. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have the money. If I go to a training, and let's say this training is $10,000 to go to a weekend training, that's a comment that makes me laugh when y'all are like, what? Coming into Instacoin, and I'm like, I'm giving y'all a year of mentorship. I'm giving you the 12 weeks of the course. I'm helping you build your foundations. You get weekly trainings inside of the program. You got access to a video library. I give so much stuff, right? And people like want to browbeat me about it, but I'm like, well, I know you're not my client or my customer, because I have customers that literally tell me to go up on my prices because they spent $30,000-$40,000 with other people. But I know when I'm looking at the income level of my people and the amount of money that comes in their households, and a lot of people don't understand either. Even on the 9-to-5 jobs, they pay black people less than they pay white people, Asian people, right? Even West Indian people. It's a real deal. Hashtag CA, yes, hold me down. So what do we have to do? We have to find out ways to create our own businesses, our own income, right? And so if I go to a weekend course that's $10,000, guess how many people I see in that course that look like me? Guess how many? I'm lucky if it's 3 of us that look like me, because most of us don't have the money to pay the $10,000 in the course. Most of us don't have the network or even the connections to know about this $10,000 training, and then that's $10,000 just for the course. You still got to pay for your flight. You still got to pay for your hotel. You still got to pay for your materials. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, there's this thing. So it's like, then with the 3 of us that are there, you get one person who wants to be the only star in the sky. You know what I'm saying? There are black people. We ain't gonna talk about it right now. I may come back on later tonight and we may talk about it. But there are some black people who enjoy being the token. They like being the only one. They really do. And they don't want any other black person to be able to get in. They don't want any other black person, because they feel like somehow, you being lit is going to take away from their litness. But they don't understand, if you lit and I'm lit, baby, we lit bigger together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I come from a place of abundance. I understand true truly that anything that God has for me, no one can take it from me, period. Now, I can separate myself from the things that God has for me, but nobody can take it from me. You picking up what I'm putting down? So if this is what's going on, then you got the second black person. They just like, well, I had to work and I had to bend and I had to break and I had to give up and sacrifice this and that. And if I had to do all of that, I'm not going to get out here and help nobody else. They need to do the same things that I had to do. Right? And then you get me, who's the third one, and I'm like, okay, let me get out here and help my people, but everybody has a different gift or a different calling. God, one of my professors in college, Dr. Ron McGoy, shout out to Dr. Ron McGoy, in my graduate program, he recognized and he told me, I'm sorry, this is before I got to my graduate program, and we were doing the presentation, and you know what he told me? He said, you really need to consider a career in sales. He told me, he said, you're very gifted at taking very complex concepts and simplifying them. He could see that in me. My professor could see that in me. He was an older white guy. He was really, really brilliant. He taught me a lot, and he really instilled like a strong work ethic, in you or whatever. And he was a pusher because he wanted his students to get out there and win. But he told me that he saw that in me in college. And I was just, because when he said sales, I was thinking like retail. He was like, no. He was like high end, high level, sales. He was like, you would do great at that, because he was like, you're so gifted at taking complex things and breaking it down. And that professor saw that in me, and I still didn't connect the dots. And then later I was like, dang, I was like, I'm doing, you know what I'm saying, what this man saw in me. Like, that was part of one of the gifts that God gave me as part of being a business builder. You got to be able to recognize things, see like concepts, see processes, see holes inside of people's systems, see where things can be filled in. You got to be able to see all of that. So anyway, so that's why I get on here and I teach and I give. Like, this is my calling. I enjoy it. There are other people, they only get on and teach whenever they have a course or a program to launch, but I really get a great amount of satisfaction in y'all giving me receipts, telling me you were able to pay your mortgage, or that you've been able to figure out how to crack the code on this business monetization thing for years, and now you're actually making money. When y'all tell me you could leave the 9 to 5 that you hated, when y'all are telling me that you bought your first rental property or investment property, because of what I taught you, when y'all tell me that you're helping your kids start a business, or, what I'm saying, like, all of those things make me so happy because it's my purpose. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe that you can work your purpose and that God will provide for you and you can get paid like working your purpose. I get on here and teach for free. But I also understand, too, I'm not here to serve everybody, if that makes sense. Because y'all know I tell y'all all the time, I don't mind helping people out, but I don't let people take advantage of me. And when people come in and they tell me all kinds of crazy stuff, they're like, oh, you get on too late, or you need to do this and you need to do that. I'm not for you, because I'm teaching totally for free, and you're out here complaining or whining about it. You're not ready for me. You go to someone else. And people get offended when I tell them things like that. I'm not trying to be offensive. It's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? I am here, like, when I put something down, everybody ain't got to pick it up, but the people that want to pick it up will pick it up. The people that understand the value in what I'm giving, that especially people who have already gone through other courses, other programs, people who have been out here trying to figure this out, purchase all these books, taking all these webinars and stuff, going to all these conferences, they come in and they get what they need, and that's why people purchase my programs. And the second thing, like, one of the reasons I make my programs as affordable as I can, because like I said, when you look at our income, right, just for Black people as a whole, like, literally, even if you want to get the program, if you don't have $10,000 to come and learn Facebook ads with me, you ain't got $10,000. You know what I'm saying? It may take you 2 or 3 years to save up that $10,000 to come into a Facebook course. I know that I can help more people, you know what I'm saying, by saying, okay, we're going to do a series and I'm going to go through the live for the next 2 weeks and we're going to cover Facebook. You know what I'm saying? And then if you want to come into this Facebook program, well, here's a program that's $2,500 instead of you having to pay $10,000, and I'm going to give you $20,000 worth of information inside of it. You picking up what I'm putting down? So, I mean, it is what it is. Like, that's the time I do, like, private enrollment events and stuff like that sometimes for Instacoin Academy. Because I know for a fact if Instacoin Academy stayed at 13 or 15 stacks, oh, I'm going to make my money. But realistically, would I be able to help a lot of people that have the same hue as me? No. It just is what it is. Now, do I get them in there and get that money cracking? Yeah, and then they come into continuous coins. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is. You said I've created ads and boosted them, but they're not leading to online sales. How can I grow my business and get online sales? Right now, my sales are coming from direct from local customers, and I want to change that. You should consider coming into Instacoin Academy, Monica. We teach all of that inside of there and the actual systems and the conversion, and probably help you out with your targeting too. Could you tell what product to buy to have influencer account that I could market with? Instacoin. I'll tell you, it's the Instacoin is the way. And in a social media audit, can you look at a campaign I'm struggling with? Yes, I can look at a campaign during a social media audit. I can. Shelly said, this is so true. Sometimes my husband and I are the only black people in the room of hundreds. Only black in first class. Yep. Only black speaker. Only black in fancy restaurant. Honestly feels uncomfortable. Happy to be blessed to see successful, to be successful. But it really feels sad not seeing your people with you. I appreciate you much for sharing like this. Thank you, Shelly. It's true, and I want that to be more of an experience for us. I get excited when y'all be sending me pictures. Y'all be like, I'm taking my first class flight and I ain't never going back, and I learned this and this and that. And some people see it and they think, oh, that's just materialistic. It's not materialistic. It's a manifestation of you being able to take one of your goals or one of your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like, and make it be a reality and putting yourself in the position where you could do that. Like all of us, like, I'm not trying to be funny, and like I said, we might have to come back tonight and talk about this because I want to try and get through these questions. But in real life, I it's not to me we should want to see other people that look like us having these experiences. And to me, it's not okay that the majority of black people, we can't go to someone and say, hey, I made this much money. What's my next step? You know what I'm saying? Or, hey, like I'm looking at purchasing a home in this neighborhood at this price point. What do I need to have to get ready? Or, hey, my business is getting to this level. What are my next steps? Like that shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? Like that should be a regular occurrence for us. And it's not. I do believe that it's going to change because there are more and more of us, especially now, who have become awakened and realize what we need to be doing, and we're going to be fighting for it. But like, yeah, like that should be this should be regular, like for us. This should be a normal thing. And like when you look at the fact though that some of us have still been able to accomplish these things with the system of oppression that's against us, with the system of racism that's against us, it's nothing short of amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, do we have to work harder? Yeah, do we have to be smarter? Yeah, do we have to be more on our P's and Q's and on our toes? Absolutely. Yeah, we do. But is it worth it when you get there? Heck yeah, it is. Okay. If y'all think that this is helpful, make sure y'all click the link in the bio. Go over there and grab the emergency sales kit because the information in the emergency sales kit is way more valuable. I break all of this down. I have video tutorials in there to show you guys what to do. And then once you build everything, 14 days, I tell you exactly what to post on social media, when to send out your emails, how to do your follow-up, so that way you can actually get you some sales. Okay, so that's how that works. Blink, 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 bloop, bloop, bloop. How the heck do you balance all these businesses? I have time logs and calendars, and I'm very, very detailed. So like I am regimented. I keep a schedule. I do not play about my schedule. Like I have my routine. Like I really have, like, okay, get up, be like, what's up, God? You know what I'm saying? Spend a little time with him, get my meditation and my prayer on. And then like once I get done with whatever piddling I want to do in the morning, I'm immediately, you know what I'm saying, inside of my inbox. And then I'm immediately like over on the Glow Gang. Then I'm immediately in the Events by Ashley Ann. Then I know that I have calls from this block of time to that block of time. Like I'm very structured and organized. And I also have teams now that can get things done. How do you start a financially stable and successful path from a young age? That's a really good question. The first thing I would tell you, if that is your immediate focus, you need to put out a budget and a plan for yourself. And so you need to work on like your reinvestment schedule and start getting disciplined with your spending habits. A lot of people think like all of a sudden they're going to make a lot of money and they're going to like have these great financial habits. Your financial habits, your good financial habits actually start when you don't have money. So when you get money, you know what to do with it. So like if you have yourself accustomed to like automatically paying your tithes and then doing a tithes match for yourself and putting 10% up and then taking another like 10% and be like, okay, this is going to be my trick money. This is my vacation plan. This is my vacation savings. And this is, whatever else it is. If you have that discipline in yourself, when you start making a lot of money, you're going to keep those same patterns. You know what I'm saying? If you already know, like, okay, I spend this much on my education and I read a book, every single week, and I'm a part of this young entrepreneurs group or a young professionals group or something like that, and I'm going to get a mentor, I'm going to network, you're going to do well. Does that make sense? So a lot of people are looking at the amount, and it's not really the amount, it's about the percentages. I'm a person who only literally used to be able to pay $2, for my tithes, and now I can put $20,000 in the collection plate, and it makes me so happy. And I can't wait to the point where God is like, boom, you get to put $2 million in there, for your tithes, like, and I'm dropping that in there on a regular basis. I know it's gonna come. I know I'm gonna see that in my lifetime, but that is coming from being disciplined. So I would say like getting a plan and sticking with your plan and becoming disciplined is the best way. And then, like I said, at least once a month, try and read a book that's about investments, about stocks, maybe about real estate, maybe like learning how to convert your money over into like gold and silver, buying raw jewels, raw land, you know what I mean? Like those sorts of types of things. Learning about the tax structure, finding like people who are professional that really know that. So like for instance, a lot of us would make the mistake when we go and buy our first home. We may buy like a single, like a single family home, instead of not knowing that you could buy a threeplex or a fourplex, live in one of those units, rent out the other 3 or 4 units, because if it's under 4 units, it's still residential property. And then in a year or 2 years, then you could go and buy your dream home, because you're going to be able to count the rental income that's coming from those other 3 units or other 2 units in your building. You're going to be able to use that towards your overall income, right? Like just stuff like that. So like literally, you know what I mean? Like literally, like just trying to educate yourself, and like I said, getting your plan and being disciplined with the plan. That's the big thing, and a lot of people lack discipline, for sure, for sure. You guys, do not forget, if you found this stream helpful, make sure you click the link in the bio. Take advantage of the Name Your Price for the social media biz builder bundle. It's normally $227, but you can name your price today. Blink, blink, blink. Click the link in the bio, tap the first button. It is a 15-part video series that focuses on like specifically selling through social media. You said, I've tried to listen to others and it all sounded like gobbledygook. Thank you. Is it possible to boost from Ads Manager? Yep, you should be boosting from your Ads Manager, boo. Let's see. For sure, for sure. Yes. What's the best strategy to finding the proper hashtags for my audience? Research. Like literally, I tell people you should be spending at least an hour a month coming up with your little hashtag sheets. You want to look for relevant hashtags, industry hashtags, community hashtags, and branded hashtags. There are actually like 7 or 8 different types of hashtags. I teach on them in Instacoin, but those are your first ones, and then probably throwing in 1 or 2 personality hashtags. Also, like on the accounts that you're following, or like the people that you follow that are your target audience, go and look and see what hashtags they're using too, and then you can follow it down the little hashtag trail. For sure, for sure. Because hashtags are important. How can I get followers from a boosted post and not just likes? So it depends on the objective that you chose. So a lot of times if you're boosting a post and you're just getting likes, you probably chose the wrong objective inside of the Ads Manager. And there's actually an objective, I think it's under awareness, and then you select page likes, and then that is going to, it'll change the way that the ad shows up, and people can see the ad and actually hit like and like the page, and then you can go and retarget them after that. But chances are you got the wrong objective chosen, and that's what's giving you the problem. Are you saving this? I would love to send this to a friend, especially your answers. I have a video library that my video replays go in. So if you are in Instacoin, you'll get access to Monetization Nation, or you can join Monetization Nation independently. And a lot of people join literally just so they can get access to the replays. I have over 1,000 videos in there. We have a lot of videos inside of there. A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. What time do you wake up in the morning? Is it possible for me to be a successful business owner and still, oh, it cut off your question. Is it possible for me to be a successful business owner and still sleep? Oh, yeah. So I wake up in the morning various times depending on what I have planned for the day. Like I said, I'm really scheduled and regimented. Most of the time I'm up by 7:30. If I sleep in, I may not get up until like 8:45. But most time I'm up by 7 or 7:30. Sometimes I'm up at like 5:15 in the morning, depending on what I have to do. A lot of times I don't go to, I'm a short sleeper though, so I may not go to sleep until like 1 or 2 or even 3 in the morning. My dad is a short sleeper too. We just don't require as much sleep as other people. If I sleep a whole 8 hours, it normally makes me feel very tired. It makes my body hurt. I don't, unless I'm sick or exhausted, that's the only time you're gonna see me sleeping a lot. And that's just because genetically I don't have to have a lot of sleep like that. Um, so yeah, so that's what time I get up. But if you're organized and you have a plan and you structure your day, you can get plenty of sleep. Now I will say this: there are going to be periods that you go through in your life you're not going to get a lot of sleep. Okay, there are going to be periods where it is going to require maybe for a few months that you are, burning that midnight oil and you're only sleeping 2 or 3 hours a night because you're hustling and you're grinding. Um so that, like I said, that's going to come, but that shouldn't be like your whole life. So sometimes when you first get started in business, you may be like hustle, 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 and then you'll get to a period where things are more balanced and you can have a more regular life, and then it may be time to expand or grow, and then you're going to be hustle, 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 hustle again, and then you'll be able to even and balance things out again. Do you audit Instagram accounts? Yes. If you click the link in my bio, scroll down to the 101 section, you'll see where you can book an Instagram audit, for sure. How often should we audit our funnel to make adjustments and tweaks? I normally, if I start a new funnel, I will, as long as I hit at least a 30% conversion rate with it, I'll let it sit there for like 2 or 3 months and see what it is doing. And then if I get something that performs really, really well, I don't fool with it. If I want to test it, I will duplicate it and I will make a duplicate and I'll mess with the duplication to see if I can get better results. And I'll probably do that about twice a year, check out my funnels and see what they're doing. For sure, for sure. Did my first ad yesterday on Facebook. Congratulations. No conversions yet, but getting engagement. But if I want to, um, if I want to stop, where do you stop the ad from running? When you go into the back of your ads manager on Facebook, you'll see the actual ad and you can just switch it over to off. Is Instacoin live training or self-paced? It's a combination of both. So the 12 weeks of training, that is going to be self-paced. Every week you're going to get a bunch of video modules, you'll get homework, you get templates, you'll get PDFs, okay? But once a week we have live trainings. And so you can come into the training and you can ask questions about the training, or also if you're stuck somewhere inside of the program, there's also a weekly question thread and you can put up your questions and we try and answer those every day. And then twice a month I come into Instacoin and I do a Q&A, kind of like the Q&A that we're doing right now. And people can ask me questions and we can help people work through what they need to get through. So it's a hybrid course. It's a hybrid. We got live trainings and we got pre-recorded as well. For sure, for sure. Let's see. Is Facebook Ads Mastery and Monetization Nation? And yes, ma'am, I checked, search before asking. No, Facebook Ads Mastery is its own program. I used to offer Facebook Ads Mastery independently, and I don't anymore. Now the only way you can get into Facebook Ads Mastery, you have to be an Instacoin student, or you have to come through Continuous Coins. And I think I will open Facebook Ads Mastery like literally one time a year now to the public. That'll be the only way that you can get into it. Same thing with Live Stream to Profit Stream. If you haven't gone through one of those, you won't get access to it except for one time a year. I'll open it up and people can come into it publicly. Boom, there we go. Like what we teach works. All right, I love you guys. Have a fabulous day. Stay safe, stay clean. Wear your mask when you go outside. Wash your hands when you come back in, all right? I love everybody. Y'all have a fabulous day. Bye, y'all.